Welcome back. This will hopefully be an attempt at documenting the process of creating this artwork. I have an idea for it. It might have to do with crying at the club or crying at a chill or being very sad at a chill. That's the idea that I'm trying to use for this artwork, and hopefully it will look cool. I've been doing a lot of big artwork, so I think I want to scale back a bit and do something that can have like a little frame on it too. So I'm gonna do primarily oil paints, and I think I'll do oil paints and acrylics, a little bit of oil pastel maybe, but primarily it's gonna be that. So I'm not intending on keeping this background or this color of background. I don't know for the frame yet. I might like this color. I think it will work well as an underpainting. But the idea is to document this whole process, or most of it. So wish me luck. Okay, so far we've just blocked in the shapes, like the rough outline of everything. Very geometric right now, very square. I think I might keep that going through with the whole artwork. That's what we got right now. I will start to add little details in, flesh the shapes more out, make them look like the image, and then we can start painting after that. Yeah. Okay, testing. I think this sounds good. It sounds like there's some thunder happening outside. It's been raining very weirdly recently. My mustache is unkempt. Through the process of creating this artwork, I started another one because I was using oil paints. So what I mean by that is that while I let this one dry, I started layering the foundation for the next artwork, which is the one on top. And I think I wanted the process to be for them to kind of look similar or have the same type of painting style. That's why I wanted to do them together, and I feel like they kind of match the same theme that I'm going for with these, because I want to stray away from what I did normally, which was like some sort of expose on colored culture or bringing out stereotypes and things that are commonly associated with colored people, to make it easier for people to understand how colored people are seen or what their culture is. So originally this one was going to be called Crying in the Club or Crying at the Hang or something, and I wanted to make it more where you see these young people, very vibrant, very colorful, but they have some sort of I don't want to say insecurity, but yeah, you could say insecurity in their future. Or and then I just wanted to make these, very vibrant, youthful images, but then I want to kind of work in a theme or narrative while I'm doing it, and I want it to be about like tradition and the youths, just the Namibian youth population and their unrest, and how we're scared or we doubt things, or some of us don't act because you don't know how to act, and the vices that we use that the elders would be against, and then how we, I think, retort or what we resort to. So that's the idea. That's what I've been doing. So I plan to do a third one on the same like wooden board or panel about this size, and another one of this one is gonna have a white frame because I want it to look like this pop art, Andy Warhol-esque, but then I want to have a white frame so it can be like a comic book panel. That's the idea. Yeah. I want to talk about the process of creating these, primarily because I was in Shumep for a hot minute and I took that as a break from painting, and as a time to reflect and refresh on the artworks, especially since I'm coming into a new year and how I'm gonna balance that with schoolwork. So I landed on this image of myself where I look quite sad at a birthday party, and I was like, you know what, let me make an artwork surrounding that theme. And then the idea was just to show this guy being sad at a social setting, but then very youthful, very individualistic piercings and all that, which I will still have to add on the last draft. So, and then I think blue is a very common color in my paintings. I love the color blue, and it just speaks to me, man. I don't know, but for this point I wanted to use blue as his skin to represent sadness, and then the background being orange is to represent that type of like that passion, that drive, but also all these little squares are supposed to like show confusion. I want the idea to be now that he's sad because he's hit by all of these things, him being a youthful person in Namibia. So and then I want to speak about now like individualism and how we'd be free from tradition, or how we could push tradition further and at the same time change everything to be more youthful. Just so that's what I'm trying to do with the second one, where I'm trying to show also this one on top here. This one is more about tradition, especially in the arts. So some of the colors are inspired by the Namibian flag, and then I want this guy to be either interpreted as he's smoking something or he's cleaning his mouth. I maybe want to add like blood, so it looks like he's kind of like wiping blood to represent like struggle, and then her headband, or like a bandana that's covering her head, is supposed to be a play on this artwork from John Mafangeo, where he says, "No way to go, what can I do, no place to stay, Lord help me." This is the artwork that I wanna use, and I feel like that makes sense towards the current youth and inflation and getting jobs, being employed. I mean, the unemployment rate is wow. Where now I'm also like tackling tradition, and she got a hoodie on because she's trying to be covered. At the same time, there's just a lot, man, that I'm thinking of, and I think they look cool. I'm doing them primarily on oil paint. I'll add oil pastels like on the last draft when I'm cleaning up the lines and doing the little finishing details, and then I'll use acrylic for the backgrounds. I think I'm gonna go now.